there, it's Margaret from Hearts and Home, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create a tie-dye design on your t-shirt, and we're going to create a heart today. What I have is the Tulip one-step dye kit, my t-shirt, and has been washed and hung to dry. It's still a little bit damp, some water, and a fabric marker. The reason I'm using the Tulip kit is because it comes with everything you need. It's got these handy little squeeze bottles, and each bottle is already filled with one application. Then you have some refilled packets, the rubber bands that you need, and I cannot recommend enough using gloves while you do this. Fold my t-shirt in half, just match up your arms. Now what I'm going to do is draw my heart. I'm using a Tulip fabric marker, but you can use whatever you want. I'm just going to draw a nice big heart. What we're going to do is start bringing this together. And what we're going to do is bring it together along this line. And we want to end up creating a straight line. So we're just going to pleat it together. See how it's straightening up? I'm just going to keep pinching it up. There we go. Now this is where we're going to put our first rubber band. Okay. And that's the line that's going to create your heart. So it's real important that that line is straight if you want a good outline, to have a good outline of your heart. Now I'm just going to put a few more rubber bands. It's going to keep it kind of pleated up. And if you don't have rubber bands, you can use string. Alright, so we've got that all bundled up. Now what you're going to want to do is set this aside and go ahead and start mixing up your colors. Mixing our dye, we do want to go ahead and put the gloves on. One of the reasons I really like these bottles is because they make it a lot less messy. And there is a fill line. Let me show you on this one before I fill it. You're just going to fill the water up to there. Be careful not to over or under fill them. Alright, now you want to make sure that the cap is on. You're going to hold your finger over it, give it a couple of good shakes, and you'll notice that there's stuff down in the bottom. When that starts to look liquidy down there, and you don't see any powder around the edge, you'll know you've mixed it enough. Go ahead and do that to all of them. Make sure you keep your finger on the top. Let me show you a close-up of what it looks like before it's mixed up. I've got my colors all mixed up, got my gloves on. Now I'm going to go ahead and start applying my color. This first line through here is what's going to be the color of the heart. Because you don't want your colors to mix together, at least I don't, I'm going to stop a little bit before each rubber band. So we're going to mix it up real good. Once you have your color the way you like it, you're going to take a piece of plastic wrap or a gallon-sized Ziploc bag, something that you can wrap around it. It's going to help keep it moist while the dye soaks into your t-shirt, and the longer you let it sit, the deeper and more vibrant your color is going to be. The packaging says at least 6 to 8 hours. It's hard to wait and not mess with it, but The longer you leave it, the better the color is going to be. Okay, my shirt has been sitting for about 8 hours. Got my gloves on. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap it. And I'm going to take it over to the sink and rinse it with cool water. I'm going to leave the rubber bands on while I do that. I'm rinsing it out with cold water. And you'll notice that dye is going down the sink. That's why we still have the gloves on. The water's running clear now, so we can go ahead and stop. Right, now we're going to go ahead and cut the rubber bands. You want to be really careful not to cut your shirt. Alright, see our heart pattern? I'm going to go ahead now and wash it in warm water, and I'm going to wash it by itself because whatever dye is left in here, I don't want that accidentally bleeding onto my other clothes. Here's my t-shirt. It's all done. It's been washed and dried, and for the most part, that was a mess-free way to create a tie-dyed t-shirt. I hope you'll give it a try, and if you do, be sure to come back and leave a comment and let me know how it worked for you.